week 7, and our final video response for acting theory in America. Reading this essay was like reading the throw up of a thesaurus. Okay, like I don't know if you've ever heard that TikTok sound. It's like, oh, that's balsamic vinegar. That's a big word for Elmo. Like I felt like that. I felt like all of that was a big word for Elmo. Um, there's no reason to use the word verisimilitude and elucidate. And there was another word in here that made me mad. I can't find it. But I do feel that it kind of read like he was just like trying to hit a page minimum. You know what I mean? Like he had a 10-page paper due at midnight and he needed to get all those words in. Um, like for example, like I do think he made the kind of the ideas a little more complicated than they needed to be. Like for example, the distinction is as crucial as it is critical for the West and the United States in particular. It has meant that Stanislavskian and method actings are moribund. Brecht carried the mantle of transgressive acting, while Stanislavski forms a hegemonic monolith. What? What? Anyway, I just needed to rant about that for a second. Overall, though, like the ideas that he was giving were not like too crazy. Like we've read that multiple times. That like the big thing, like the unifying thing in all of the methods that we read and we talked about, whether it be Meisner, Adler, Strasberg, Zemleski, it's that the paradox of you're going on stage, you're you, pretending to be somebody else, reacting as if you were reacting, but you're not. Um, and there's a lot that goes into that without like losing yourself or becoming overly emotional and just kind of losing the plot altogether. Um, I think that the way he explained it was more complicated than it needed to be. Like he just like flew in there the signifier and the signified. Like if I had not had a lit theory class like 12 years ago, I would have been like, what is that talking about now? Um, but I do think that a lot of what he was saying made sense. One of the things that stuck out to me the most was playing with the character. Um, that as the actor, um, you play with the character. You're not becoming them, but you're playing with them. And you're playing with the idea of what other people before you have done with the character. It kind of reminded me a little bit of little kids playing pretend. Um, that like I don't know if you've ever I have nieces, um, and they were pretending to be Elsa and Anna because Frozen is still a thing, and I would just occasionally throw in oh no, the ice is melting and there's a penguin that is stuck over there, and they would react as if they were Elsa and Anna, but I could still see their little personalities come through even while they were pretending to be somebody else. And they were doing a pretty good job of staying in character for like a 4 and a 5 year old. Um, but I do genuinely think that like there's something to be said about kind of keeping that inherent playfulness within the bounds of analyzing the scripts and performing a character. Um, you have to have all of that preparation. Like I think in there it said like you, uh, words. It's in italics. Words are hard. What is it? Stated as one performs without appearing to perform. Like we spend all of this time preparing to pretend so that it seems like it's coming off the cuff. And it's, I think that structure that method acting has, that you spend all of this time learning how to let go in a very structured way. So it's kind of taking the chaos that is performing on stage and making it a controlled chaos, which, like, if anybody is a teacher, like, controlled chaos is just kind of how you live and breathe. Um, yeah. Okay, thanks. Bye.